Want some, get some. Can I get a hell yeah? Yes, I am a pirate. You have to go with the pirates because, of course, they have cannons and everything. It's a pirate's life for me. Be proud of who you are and what you are. You're pirate. It is a first down. Pirates. Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. When you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it. I think I've ever been in a building as loud as that was. It was deafening in there. You will get Omaha. I can promise you that. And it's purple all night long in Eastern North Carolina.
You're watching The Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.
My heart is purple and gold. I'm a pirate down of my soul, and I don't back down not at all. Find out when the cannons explode.
Hello, Pirate Nation, and welcome in to TSO On Deck. I'm Dave Richmond, along with, let's start it off with Johnny Robertson. JR, what's up?
Hey, happy to be here tonight, guys. I just arrived in Greenville. I'm ready for a big weekend coming up. And hopefully we sweep, and I'll stay till Tuesday for the Campbell game. Well, probably I'll stay even if we don't sweep. Sweeping's difficult. I'm going to take it one game at a time this weekend. So let's just focus on tomorrow, and I'm feeling good about that.
Well, we got Coach Johnny Robertson now as we switch gears and talk to the umpire, Justin Butts. You heard him say one game at a time, Justin.
One strike at a time, baby. One strike at a time.
That's right.
Yeah, it's looking forward to this weekend. Look, we're gonna put this past weekend behind. It was a rough weekend in Memphis. I was out in Memphis for the series. Not the way we expected it, but hey, look, it's a new weekend, and like I said, take one game at a time. You know, a sweep's gonna be nice, but like Johnny said, they're hard to come by this week. So just take one game at a time, and let's go get them this weekend, guys.
I just realized what happened. You were spending too much time on Beale Street, and you know they say when you do those trips, it's supposed to be a business trip, just like the players. And Justin was on Beale Street instead of being like really uber focused on getting that sweep for the Pirates. I blame it on you.
I wouldn't say it was Beale Street. It was a place called Gus's Fried Chicken.
Yeah,
I know. I saw that
multiple times.
Gus's Fried Chicken. I believe I ate there 5 times.
I hope you have. Do you have stock? Do you have stock in the company?
I wish.
That's stuff.
Hold on, Dave. Hey, Justin, describe, because there's no shortage of good chicken places in Eastern North Carolina. What's the difference in there? Is it? I know it's hot chicken, probably, right?
Hot chicken, right?
All right, I can describe it as Bojangles. It's kind of like Bojangles chicken, just a little bit more spicier, maybe. So if you take Bojangles fries and put them with Gus's fried chicken, you would have probably the best fried chicken joint in the country.
Oh man,
I'm just telling you. What I did is I went to Gus's fried chicken. I got me a wing and a breast, and then I went over to Bojangles, is like a mile down the street, got me some Bojangles fries and a sweet tea, and I was in I was in heaven.
Man, that sounds really good.
I'm just telling you.
You know what, Justin? Honestly, I would do the same thing. Most people wouldn't bother with that, but hey, if you want the perfect meal and you want the perfect combo, pick and choose, man. Get your chicken from Gus's and go to Bojangles and get fries and sweet tea.
And then what they do is they take that chicken and they put a piece of white bread underneath it, and you let that soak into that white bread, and you take a little bit of that chicken and that white bread and that skin. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
We gotta. Hey, I know what, Johnny. If the umpire thing doesn't work out for Justin, he can be the spokesman for Gus's Chicken.
I'm gonna open up a Gus's in Greenville, North Carolina.
Bring it.
Mark it.
All right. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it sounds great. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a great weekend in Greenville, guys, as any minute now, the softball game for our Lady Pirates or Pirates are
That's
going
right.
to start on ESPN Plus. So I'm in Studio A tonight, guys, and normally I'm in Studio B with you, but I'm in Studio A so we can have a watch party. We've got the
I'm,
Canes and the Flyers. Canes are at Flyers, and then we also have on the other television we have going on. We'll have the softball. So
I'm getting ready to pull up the softball game right now, Dave. Appreciate you reminding me.
yeah, it's an 8:30 start. So Johnny could have made that game, but we didn't know that. But to be fair to Johnny, we didn't know that because it was supposed to be like a middle afternoon game, and then it moved
Yeah.
to 6 something, and then 8:30.
I'm snake bit with softball and women's basketball. I always have good intentions of attending, and it never works out. I've been to the volleyball like 3 or 4 times, but can't seem to get to softball because it's always scheduled the same time as baseball most of the time. So
Yeah,
That's
but
I got to
correct.
catch
have y'all
something
ever
this
visited
weekend.
the
I will
women's
catch.
soccer?
Yeah, I'm going to catch at least a few innings this weekend.
Yeah, I've always wanted to get out to watch the lacrosse and women's soccer, but I just never could get around to it myself.
Yeah, I have a colleague. And one of the early episodes of the Sports Objective, Bob Garner, who is an expert barbecue, he's a barbecue expert, and he's a television guy. He was on UNC TV for years, PBS. His granddaughter Clara Pierce is going to be playing. That's her first and middle name. She's going to be playing for. She's a Greenville native and going to be playing lacrosse for the Pirates. And so I'm definitely going next year. She's going to be a freshman next year.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm gonna try to get out there and watch some lacrosse. Like I said, I coach men's soccer, and I do a little bit with the women's soccer at the high school I went to, and thinking about taking our team out there to watch. I wish we had a men's program, but need to go take them out, especially because I got 2 girls. I think that would be awesome to go take them out there. I mean, it's free, so why not?
I have my
Dave,
daughter, and no, you haven't lost me. I have my daughter, and her boyfriend just made a noise on the phone, and so I had to put it on mute so you guys and the whole audience wouldn't hear it. So I didn't.
Dave, go get your shotgun. Dave, go get the
Oh,
shotgun.
oh, shotgun. Yeah, Justin, do you have your shotgun? I know you're
I do.
bringing.
I do.
I'm cleaning my gun right now while I'm
Clean
doing
the gun
sports
out.
show.
Clean the gun out.
So anyway, guys, it's interesting because we've got a huge series. This is what's crazy. You have the huge series and the Clark-LeClair, and then you have right across the street, right across the parking lot, you've got the
right.
American. I think it's so cool to have the softball championship
Yes.
at the backs. That is so cool. And I tell you what, I don't care what anything. I'll put our baseball and softball stadiums against anyone in the country. That softball team, Shane Winkler has done a great job finishing third in the regular season. I know
500
people say,
wins.
yeah, 500 wins. We got to get him back on the show. Bubba interviewed him when he first started a few years ago, but the guy can recruit his butt off, and he is doing an excellent job. By the way, guys, with the transfer portal. I don't know if you've seen that. We
Yeah.
beat Duke this year. We beat Duke, and being a top 25 team. But I tell you why I'm pulling hard for the softball team. The seniors are on this team have had an unbelievable career. It is, what's crazy? I was thinking about this. I'll say this, and we'll get to baseball in just a second. But I have to say that when it's a good player is Anna Sawyer. It feels like she's only a sophomore. I
Yeah.
know she's a senior, but she's a fan favorite. But she can back it up, man. She's a great player. And if there's anybody that I want to see make it to Oklahoma City, um, or heck, just getting a regional, would be for her because she and those girls and ladies have really, really. She's a great role model for my daughter Mackenzie and all the girls out there. But also, she's doing it the right way, as Coach said yesterday on the Patrick Johnson show. But I'm just fired up because this format they've gone to, where they're going to be in the third 3 seed, guys. Today is the quarterfinals. So you win 3 games, you're in the big dance.
And that's so awesome
if they
for the
lose this
soft.
game, Justin, are they eliminated? I think they are, right?
Are they?
Is it double elimination like the
I
I
think
think
it's
it's
double
double
elimination.
elimination once you get out of
to the
the
quarterfinals? It's like
yeah,
there's seven
Oh,
because
teams
okay.
left, so it's kind of like a regional.
there's no way they could finish this tournament if it was double elimination all the way around. So I believe the winner of tonight's game is going to get Wichita State at 3:30 tomorrow,
Okay.
and then the winner
Okay.
goes to the championship game. It's single elimination all the
It's a
way
single
through.
elimination now. Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyways, like I said, would it be also softball? Agree. I would like to see softball do well because obviously Greenville hosts the Little League World Series softball. They have the pro guys, girls come in there during that softball. So to see softball make a regional and do well, I mean that speaks well for Greenville softball and the girls in Greenville in general. Um, that look up to the girls at East Carolina. I mean that's just awesome. That's awesome to see.
I agree, Justin. Yeah, Elm Street. That's another. Dave, you mentioned Clark-LeClair and Max Joyner, but Elm Street too. You can throw that in there, and man, that's the
Yes.
trifecta right
That
there.
is, yes, very. I mean, how lucky are we have a facility like that in our backyard?
Yeah, I enjoy. I try to go every year. I didn't make it last year. I made it the year before, and it was the weather. We had to the championship game when Pitt County won it was
Yeah,
at Max
that's
Joyner.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome. That was
that
awesome.
was awesome.
Yeah.
That is,
It's really enjoyable to watch. Moves
and
really fast.
it's good exposure for the university.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Good God
100%.
Almighty! I
absolutely.
mean, that's on ABC and all that good stuff. Just having East Carolina logos plastered over there. I mean, that's just great exposure
Yeah.
for the school. I mean, it's free exposure. I mean, good God Almighty.
Yeah, I would watch women's softball more NCAA if the teams at the top though are just so much better than every other team.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that they
like
win.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Alabama, those teams they win by 20. I
Stanford.
think UCLA. It's just
Didn't
it's not competitive.
Stanford? I think what if I can recall? Didn't Stanford come here on when they come from the West Coast? Didn't
I
they
think
play
so.
us at a midweek
When they
and
were
then they
doing an
played the?
ACC schedule, they stopped by Greenville.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
I think
I don't
Yeah,
so.
they
know.
gave us another, and that's another thing. By the way, Shane Winkler is bringing in. We had guys 2 or 3 years ago. We had Notre Dame, and I know like Olympic sports Notre Dame, but I mean Notre Dame is still Notre Dame, and they're bringing. And look, what's funny is we can get the ACC schools for. That's what I love baseball is because we can get pretty much anybody we want in baseball. Same thing for softball, and
Yeah,
it's
why
a
don't we do
subject
that for
for
baseball? Bring when a
what?
Stanford or UCLA, take UCLA. You got Bryant Ward out there, right? When they come to
Yeah.
play at State or Carolina, why don't they come in on a Tuesday, play us on a Wednesday, travel up to Carolina Duke State on a Thursday, and play a weekend series? It'd make more sense for those schools that are out on the West Coast to do something like that. Go ahead and get
Oh,
your
I
money's
agree.
worth. You're already out here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Maybe in the future, Justin. That I think that should be an option. I just don't know logistically. They probably had the schedule made. Pretty much. But going forward, I,
It's a great
I I think that's
idea.
a great idea.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, you're already coming over here. Get you a midweek. You got East Carolina over here. That's usually is going to have a pretty good RPI wise. I mean, it's not like football or any other sport. I mean, what's there to lose there?
Yeah.
oh, there's nothing. I think that, like Johnny said, I think that they are some of the bigger conferences, as they like to say. That's not me saying that.
Yeah,
Um, is they're doing exactly what Johnny said. They're like scheduling way far in advance where they normally would do year to year.
yeah.
But it's for what I'm talking about is for the conference schedule, not the non-conference. But I tell you what, right now, I tell you what, I'm really stoked about this weekend, guys. I don't know, and I have no evidence. It's not like I'm going to say, "Hey, this is why." I just have a feeling, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a feeling that we're going to at least win this series, like 2 out of 3, maybe all 3. But we'll We'll take one at a time. But there's just something about. There's just something I have a gut feeling that we're going to do very well. I don't know if if you guys feel the same way, but it just you don't, Johnny.
Yeah, I'm just nervous, Dave, because we had beaten Memphis, to death. We have been beating them for years. I don't know. I think they hadn't won a game against us, since before COVID.
2015 is the last time that they won a
Yeah,
series.
so I mean, we got the same thing going on with Rice. Now they've only been in the conference, the last 3 years, but we're 8-0 against them.
Yeah.
So we've had their number, but now David Pierce, he's making things happen at Rice. He's been a head coach. I think it was 13 years or 14 years, and he went to the NCAA tournament 13 times.
And he was at Texas at one time.
Yeah,
right?
he took 3 different teams. He took Sam Houston State, he took Texas, and he took Tulane, right?
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying, because he was the same. He had Texas when we faced.
Yes, he's the one.
That's right.
He's the guy. You guys. I'm glad you mentioned him. He's the guy that was talking about Pirate fans spilling a beer on him in the jungle. You remember that?
Yeah, but don't hold that against him.
What?
Because
But
I've
no,
heard him
like I
talk,
said-
Dave. I've heard him speak, and I think he'd be like a coach that you would want your son to play for. He just seems like a really well-grounded man, and I like his demeanor. So yeah, I'm gonna let that one go.
But I think,
No, I mean, I thought it was funny. I don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to what team shows up this weekend. Are we going to have the bats? Are they going to be fired up? Or are we going to have, pitching woes? What's going to show up? Because we're so up and down. That's the key, is what team shows up this weekend. If we sweep
That's
the
right.
bat
That's
like
right.
we've been doing, we're going to win. We're going to sweep. But if we show up like we did this past weekend, we're going to lose. I mean,
Well,
it's
who's
just
going to be
simple as that.
available is also the other question. Are we going
That
to
is
have
true,
Grady
too,
back?
yeah.
I think we will. But Grady, how much will he be hampered by the? I'm sure he's going to have to wear a brace of some sort, a mask or something.
How much do you, I mean, you pretty much got the top 3 seed lock in. How much do you play these guys, or how much do you hold
You
them
got to
back
go
until
for
the
it. You
tournament?
got to try to win you have to put your best lineup out there every game. You have to.
You got that. I agree.
The funny
Yeah.
thing is, Rice has the best road record in the whole conference.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Only 2 teams have winning
That's right,
records
Buck.
on the road in conference, and that's UTSA and Rice. And UTSA is 10-9, or UTSA is 11-10, and Rice is 10-9, I believe, or 11-9. Yeah, they're 2 games above. So yeah, Rice is 11-9 on the road. No other team other than UTSA has a winning record on the road. We certainly don't. So that's there's some concern there. And like I said, with David Pierce, it seems like later in the season, he's got to, we can have a lot of the same players that played against us last season for Rice and the year before for Rice, but they're not going to be on the field. They're going to be on the bench because he came in, remember last year, he replaced mid-season Jose Cruz and immediately made a difference, but he's starting all new. Like his guys are his guys. So, if you want to play for him, you have to do things his way. And I think towards the end of the year, when people are, finally understand what it takes to buy into, his program, that he gets results. And I'm just I'm nervous. I'm confident, Dave. I think definitely 2 out of 3. And a sweep is not out of the. I mean, come on, they swept at UAB. If they can sweep at UAB, we can sweep at home against Rice.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
100%, Johnny.
Yeah, I have a feeling with our backs against the wall, so to speak, meaning that what I'm talking about is we're still having. This is a thing I was thinking about this morning, guys. I knew we would have the show. I'm washing dishes. If you can put a visualize that, but I'm washing dishes this morning, and I'm thinking, you know what? We're solid, as Johnny said, a solid 2, meaning the 2 seed in our tournament. But all we have to do, it's not out of the question to sweep the next 2 weekends, and we'll take one game at a time, as Coach Johnny just said. You got a new nickname.
Yeah.
Coach Johnny just said,
Yeah.
because no,
No, I'm not. No, it's not like I'm not trying to be a coach, but at FAU, I don't think anybody should even use the sweep word just because we suck on the road. We just do. And winning the series, I'll take a 2 out of 3, and beat Campbell, maybe sweep Rice, 6-1, 5-2 at the worst. That's what we have to do to stay in this tournament at this point without, winning the postseason, winning the conference tournament. So
The way I look at it is take 2 or 3 every weekend, you'll be fine.
yeah,
Take 2 or
we only
3,
have
you
2
beat
weeks
Campbell,
left.
you're fine.
But
and the Campbell game, is that going to get played?
you know what? Their RPI is going up because they just beat
Okay.
Charlotte. Well, it's not. I should rephrase that. It's actually not going up, but it's not going down like I thought it might, because they're playing terrible teams other than Charlotte. The other team, North Carolina A&T, and then they're playing somebody else that has a low 200 RPI. But I think we have to play that game. I know it doesn't bode well for playing that game for pitching wise as we're heading to Boca to take on FAU. We'd be better off with resting arms probably, but I think at this point, we got to stop the bleeding against Campbell.
Yeah.
We got to get now. They're almost a quality win at this point. I mean, they're 60 something RPI.
Well,
but
nothing else.
Yeah, North Carolina just canceled.
That's
last night.
That's why I was asking you that, because you knew where I was going, Johnny.
Yeah,
you knew where I was going.
And also, Dave, who was it that they had 2 games against Grand Canyon, and one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday. They canceled both of them. And then while they did that, Oregon went ahead and it was Oregon that canceled against Grand Canyon, those 2 games. So they didn't take an RPI hit. But Texas A&M went ahead and played Prairie View A&M, and Prairie View A&M has a 303 or 304 RPI, which is like one of the worst 6 teams in the country. And they won 17-6, and they dropped from number 8 to number 11 RPI. They dropped 3 spots because it killed their strength of schedule. It killed their strength of schedule, and they actually got negative points for winning that game. And that, so they got to figure something out. I hate when teams cancel, but you got to, I don't know. The RPI is what it is. You can't change it when you get late in the season, but I hate to see those canceled games personally.
I do too. And also, I mean, I think they do it, Justin, because they're saying I could schedule a whole bunch of cupcakes and then be 40 and 40 and 5 or 40 and 11 or whatever. They have a whole bunch of, and then you go to the regional, you go 2 and barbecue because you're playing all these easy games. I don't know. I mean, I understand why they do what they do, but I agree with you, Johnny, 1,000%. Especially, we've lost what, guys, 6 straight to Campbell, 6 one-run games.
That's crazy. That's upsetting.
Not only is it bad that you've lost to Campbell, no offense, Campbell, but 6 straight games, but you lost 6 one-run games. I mean, that's
absurd.
Yeah, but that's why, Johnny, as pride-wise, I'm like, can we play the game so we can? I understand the RPI thing, I get it, but can we play the game so we can beat them for once?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I get it too.
Hey, I have a few stats here for Rice, so we can get a kind of an idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Of how they're
Go ahead,
doing.
Johnny.
Okay, so they're 29-20 on the season, and last year they were 16 and they won 16 games. So they've already improved 13 games. So that's the biggest improvement since Wayne Graham's first year at Rice. And we all know what Wayne Graham did. He went on to, win the College World Series, and I think he was in 7 of them maybe. And Coach Pierce was on that staff when they won the College World Series. So Coach Pierce has been there before. Now he's got them rolling. He's already improved them Like I said, to 29 from 16. They actually had 17. So he's improved them by 12 from 17 to 29. Also, they scored 38 runs last weekend against UAB. I mean, that's the first time they've scored double-digit runs in 3 consecutive games since 2017. They're also the 29 wins they have is the most wins they've had since 2017 when they were 33 and 31. So, I mean, they got things rolling right now. What else do we have for them? Well, here's an interesting stat that I dug up. So, pitching-wise, okay, they have 29 wins. 28 of those wins are by players from the state of Texas. Saves, they have 14 saves. 13 of them are by players from the state of Texas. And then hitting-wise, 84.2% of their home runs are hit by players from the state of Texas. And RBIs, 76.6% of their RBIs are hit by players from the state of Texas. They are they're a Texas team through and through. And even the transfers they get, they had 6 really good JC and college transfers, and all of them but one came from Mississippi State. The other 5 came from schools that are in Texas. So they really, really try to recruit Texas, both from high school and from, the portal. And, I don't know if that's part of his philosophy is, Texas proud. And I don't know if that's part of his deal, but it seems to be working. I just thought that was interesting. I don't know of any other team that has that high of a percentage of players from their home state. What do you think of that, Dave? Dave. What happened?
Do we lose Dave?
It's possible. I think he's muted. Dave, you're muted.
Yeah, Dave, you're muted, bud.
Anyhow, Justin. So, this Rice team, they did, they had a losing streak recently, and it looked like they were just going to flame out. But, man, they got it together. They've won 4 in a row. And,
yeah, listen, Ross is on tear. I mean, they're going to be a tough battle. I mean, it's never an easy battle to the American. Well, we're going to have to come to play. That's obvious. Like I said, I mean, it is what it is. You got to come ready to play every week in the American, and Rice is no different. So, like I said, I like our chances this weekend. And we just got to come with. If our bats will show up, we'll be fine.
Yeah. Now Norby has pitched. Ethan Norby has pitched against Rice 24, 25, and 26, and he's had some really good results.
Yeah.
So he's pitched 4 times in 3 years and has a couple of wins. He's got a save as well. So hopefully that continues because that's huge.
It is.
I mean, we got when Norby's on the mound, when Ethan's on the mound, we almost have to win that game.
When Ethan Norby is on, he's unstoppable. But it seems like lately, especially this past weekend, it seems like something's off.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you noticed that or not, but something's not going on there, and I can't put my mind to what it is, but something's been off with him.
I don't know. He's I'll tell you what. I don't think he thinks it is because he's a very confident young man, and even when he's not getting the results, he still does what he does. And you've heard the term bulldog over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
And that it fits Ethan because you're right. Sometimes he just what's the word, Justin? He just looks like he doesn't have it that day.
Yeah. Something just ain't right.
Sometimes he can work his way out of that, which is really, really hard to do.
Exactly.
But he can do it. And
he can.
And Ryan Towers. Now there's no way. There's no way I expect him to do what he did last week. But
he was great.
He showed up. I mean, he was lights on. He was fired up in the dugout. I mean, you can just see. I mean, he was just fired up all night long. And he really took command on Friday night in that dugout. I mean, he talking about the last couple weeks, talking about leadership and leadership role and all that. He really took over Friday night. And
Yeah.
I thought the way we played Friday night, we were gonna come out. I said, look, we're gonna come out tomorrow. We're gonna 10 run them on Saturday. Sunday's gonna be a dog fight, but Sunday we're gonna win the ball game.
Yeah. I thought we would lose Saturday and win Sunday also, guys. I thought take it 2 out of 3. By the way, I've got a update for you in the NHL. Hurricanes up 1-0 in Philadelphia after the first intermission. So I'm stoked, guys. They're up 2-0 in the series. So if they win tonight, that will be 3-0. And maybe they can win in Philly. That'll be on, let's see, it's Thursday on Saturday night. So we'll see. But love my Hurricanes. I don't know how many hockey people we have here. I know it's a baseball show, but we're kind of doing a watch along, and I'm trying to find out about the softball guys. It still says your
Looks
event
like
started.
Yeah, it hadn't
in
started yet because I'm following that on Tracker, and
NCAA
it just
baseball.
it hadn't started.
Miami's up on Louisville 8-2.
Wow.
And it looks like BYU is beating Texas Tech 1-0 at the top of the fifth in NCAA baseball.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of year you got like almost every game affects us in some weird way
Yeah.
because
Yeah, exactly.
one of the teams
RPI.
playing, because there's
Mississippi
so many
State-
teams we have to root against, that we're in. No, we're in competition, like you guys know. For I mean, I think we should be okay if we can win, 5 or 6 of these last games. But man, it's close.
I mean,
There's a lot of
looking at the
parity.
latest projections. I mean, a lot of projections have us last 4 in right now. That just tells you how tight it is. I mean, I think one I saw is going to Florida State, and I saw one going to Mississippi State. And I mean, look,
Yeah.
it's gonna come. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be sweating on Selection Sunday. I'm going to tell you. Usually on Selection Sunday, or Selection Monday, excuse me. I'm usually sitting in the pool at the beach, having me a nice cold drink. Hey, who's coming to Greenville, North Carolina? But I'm gonna be sweating on Selection Monday this
I'll
year.
tell you, I say right now, unless there's a collapse, right? If there's a collapse, then obviously we won't get in. I think we're going to do well
I
over
think
these.
so too. We'll be obviously. I don't. We're not gonna host. Okay. So at this point, where do we go?
I'll
Like I
tell
said,
you
I
one thing,
see Florida
Johnny.
State.
Yeah, hey Johnny, I'll tell you one thing right now. If we go to Tallahassee or wherever, I mean, can we? Is a Queen Anne's? It's not going to be with you guys, right? You're not doing that. It's football only,
No.
right?
But I'm gonna have a dinner date with Link Jarrett down there while I'm down there.
Oh man. Okay.
See, just to prove a point, Dave, Michigan jumped us in RPI, so we're 42 now, and we haven't played, and they haven't played, but they jumped us just based on what other teams are doing. That's what's going on this time of year. It's like everything has a residual effect.
Yeah.
And some of it's minute, and some of it is not so much. And there's teams that are making runs right now that have won 4 or 5 in a row that are coming up from the bottom, trying to. Western Carolina, they're 48 now RPI, so that loss to them
wow.
is not looking so bad at this point.
Wow.
Yeah. South Alabama's, they're winning a lot lately. I don't know. I'm not buying 3 teams from the American. I told Bubba
Two.
last week.
2.
Yeah, but there's some people
2.
out there that has UAB, ECU, and UTSA again.
I don't see UAB.
I don't think we deserve it. I don't think.
No, I agree with you guys. It's kind of like musical chairs. You have three. This particular case, you have 3 teams, and you have 2 chairs. Somebody's gonna be left standing, bro.
and we have we beat UAB, and that should carry a lot of weight.
I think what it's gonna come down to is gonna come down to East Carolina UAB. We beat UAB and bearing a meltdown. I mean, to be
Yeah.
sure, we don't get it with John Gilbert being on the committee per se, and with our track record, I think we get in. I think we.
I mean,
get in
Florida
that last
State.
4.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if we go to Florida State, Johnny, you gonna ride? Are we gonna ride to go? Can we get maybe a few of us like go down there?
I'll fire
Absolutely.
up the
Convoy,
grenade and
Dave.
we'll all pile in.
We'll get a convoy going. You know where I want to go? I want to go to West Virginia. And West
Oh
Virginia, at
man,
this point, they're not a 2 seed yet. I mean, they're not a host
Too
yet,
bad Randy.
but
Too
they
bad
are a
Randy
2 seed.
Mazie
But
ain't
they,
still at West Virginia.
yeah, I would love to go to Morgantown for
that would be
a
cool.
regional.
Yeah,
Although
I'll go.
they have turf. I hate turf. They do have turf.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Don't West Virginia share a part with that minor league team?
Well, it's the same complex. Yeah, they have I forget the name of it. Whatever
I know what
county
you.
that
Yeah,
is. Yeah, it's
West Virginia. It ain't the
it's
West
a
Virginia
baseball
Power, that's
complex.
Charleston.
But their field is their field. But there is a minor league team that does play.
That's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
thinking it was the West Virginia Power, but that's in Charleston. That's where Marshall used to play.
Yeah.
that's correct. Yeah, guys, it's. I'm excited. I'm pumped up, and I'll tell you this: as much as I love Cliff Godwin, and for all those people that wishful thinking, he's not taking a break, but you wish he would take a break. But
Don't even get me started on that, Dave.
yeah, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I promise.
I will.
But I,
I'm
I
just
will
saying,
just say,
hey, I will say this for the record. People, get a break. Get a break. Leave Cliff alone. We are fine.
yeah,
Have this
that's the
problem in basketball. I'm just saying. Have this problem in basketball and come talk to me. All right.
yeah,
We have
exactly.
this
Hey,
problem with basketball. I love sports. I think he's going to do good. I hope he turns the program around. But if we had this problem in basketball, just give me a break, guys. Lay off
I
the
tell
guy.
you,
Give a guy a
I'll tell you,
chance.
2017 is the only time we've missed a regionals in his tenure. It's not like it's up and down. And let me tell you something right now. It's crazy, Johnny. It's crazy, Johnny, to think that I know that we're spoiled. I get it. I have high there. The
Oh
people
yeah.
that we have high expectations. However, we're realists. You're not going 56-0, and considering all the injuries this guy has, he's no excuses like us. And you know what I love about Cliff Godwin? He will play you in a grocery store parking lot, and they can put a field. Speaking of turf, if they put a turf on the, or even if they didn't, the guy will play you anywhere. That's the kind of
Exactly.
mindset that a great coach has. Is that okay? You want us to play you there? We'll play you there, bro. And he's got like the fighter mentality. And I'm telling you right now, with all the pieces, this team is a lot different. But that's the cards we're dealt. I'm not making excuses. Like
Go play the game. You know,
next man up.
next
Okay,
man,
so
and that's the way Cliff was raised. I mean, he come from Greene County. That Greene County, and that's that Greene County mindset. I was built the same way. Hey, look, you get down, you get knocked down, you get back up, you go to work the next day. That is the mentality that he's built on,
yeah.
and that's the way he was raised.
Just like
And
Rabbit
look,
Fulgham, right?
that is
Yep.
correct. And that comes straight from Rabbit. I mean, that's the way I was taught. He was taught. We came from the same teaching. If we're gonna go to war, it didn't matter if we, when we played, we go up against Eastern Wayne per se. They ain't won a game in 3 years, but we'll go play the Colony, the Roses, the South Centrals. We go play the big dogs out there. I mean, we played a couple games against Rowan County. Baseball out there, Rowan County, really good. We'll go play them guys. It doesn't matter. We go. It's the same thing we did in football back in the '90s. Don't matter who you are. We'll go play at any time, and that's the mentality Cliff has got. He'll take this team to Mississippi State. He'll take them to the big dogs right now in the SEC, and we'll go toe to toe with them. He ain't scared to do it.
Yeah.
Can
You
you
know what,
imagine Cliff
Justin?
at Mississippi State?
Mississippi
Well,
State,
he
Ole
wouldn't want.
Miss,
I don't think that
LSU.
would be
They're
a good
playing right
fit for
now. He
him.
don't care. Even with the team we got, injured is, he don't care. Put the ball in play and let's go to work.
I think he proved his mentality that you're speaking of last season when he sent a couple of players home that were contributing. And games we had to win, he decided to go with a short bench
Bingo.
and go with team chemistry and send a couple people packing. And he sent his message. It was received. and we went on a nice little run there. And you know, I think everybody was proud of the way the Pirates played in Conway and in Clearwater last season. So,
And look,
and,
it could happen to guys. For all we know, it could happen again. For all we know.
yeah,
That's right. That's right.
You
and
know,
you know,
look, hey, you got to play the game.
I
I
didn't
was getting ready to say that,
criticize.
Justin.
Yeah, I'm not one to criticize Cliff just because he's accomplished, you know, so much. It's kind of foolish to try to, you know, criticize him. But I did criticize him last season. I thought the injury thing was brought up way too much with Towers and Antolik and Riley Johnson. This year we have twice as many injuries. Now it comes up occasionally because it has to, because it's a real thing. But I don't ever see him like using it as an excuse where, you know, I think I would be tempted to if you know, I was getting grilled on, you know, your team's performance. I'd be like, hey, look at our bench. Look what we have available to pinch hit, pinch run. Look at our bullpen. Look what arms are available.
And then you got.
But he didn't do that.
Look what we've done in the past. I mean, look, we're gonna be, and like I said, what he said to the media, yeah, it was probably out of context, but that's Cliff's character. That's just how he is. If you don't like it, suck it up. That's
Yeah,
just my opinion on it. I mean, I didn't appreciate that's probably not the way it should have came out, but that's just who Cliff is.
yeah. I
You
don't
know,
like
I mean, I
boring,
don't,
and Cliff is not
there's
boring.
you know, there's some stuff I ain't gonna say on air, but I'll tell you guys behind the scenes. But that's just how Cliff is, and I'd rather have a coach that says that and is fired up and is passionate about his team than somebody that don't care.
Yeah.
You know,
And,
and I think, and we got a guy in Cliff Godwin that cares about this university, cares about this program, and I want to tell you, he can have 2 or 3 losing seasons. I don't care. He's the man for the job,
well,
and
you
he's
know,
gonna
we
be here
talked
for a
about
while.
this before the show, and I have a theory. And as every day that goes by, I think my
Okay.
theory is going to be correct. And that is, I've had talks with other people. Why are people criticizing Cliff so much? Why are they, you know, like just trying to get on his, you know, bad side? Why are they just trying to ruffle his feathers? And I'm convinced that these accounts with pirate names,
Yeah,
I think
they're state
they're from
fans.
other,
They're
they're
state
state, they're
fans, they're
coastal,
Carolina
they're
fans.
Carolina,
Oh yeah.
because that's the only way to me it makes sense that you're going to go that hard after someone that has
To
done
be
so much for
sure,
you.
to be sure, I mean, East Carolina, we got some pretty hard fans, but to be sure, they're not that critical on Cliff.
No,
We might have a couple dumb
no.
ones, but
I mean, I mean, look, we
We
got
got
some dumb
lunatic
ones, trust
fringe,
me,
but
we
it's
know.
not. Yeah, but we're not talking about the. Let me be very clear. We're not talking about the entire fan base. It's a matter of just a few.
nope.
This
But this is
ain't
No, you don't
trolling.
even
predominantly
These
see
dumb
are
it when you
fans.
go to
trolls.
games. I don't see that. I don't see people like booing when we do something wrong, or I don't see
Yeah.
anybody calling anybody out
We don't
because
we
we're all,
don't we don't
you
see
know,
banners flying over Dowdy Ficklin either.
right.
I
No.
mean,
So that's my thing. I'm thinking a lot of these burner accounts are not
it's
even
stupid.
ECU related. They're just, you know, the same thing that they tried with JDB, you know, just make things, I don't know. Just, you
What they're
know,
trying to do is like that Joey Kitchen guy from Pittsburgh, rather our fellows and get us talking about it and get more bulletin board material. That's all it is.
yeah, I agree, Justin. I agree. Well, he's the only coach in the nation that has taken his team to 7 straight regionals. You know, obviously 2020 doesn't count.
Yeah.
Other than,
Yeah.
But like I said, guys, give me a break. I mean, 7 straight regionals. That's unheard of, guys.
He
I
has
mean,
more
there's
super
even,
regionals than any other ECU coach.
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. I mean, yeah, we have knocked the door down, but look, Cliff believes in these guys. He believes in the university. He's going to be here for a while. He's got roots here. He's not going nowhere. I mean, like I said, I would love to have this problem with football and basketball. A coach that stays around for
Yep.
10, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? But we got
Yeah,
these
he's
guys in basketball and football that are here 4 or 5 years. But Cliff's been here for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, the Flyers have tied up the game, guys, in Philly early in the second, 1-1. So we're keeping an eye on that for you Hurricanes fans like
North
me.
Texas and East Carolina softball tied up, top of the first. 0-2 count with 2 outs, runner on first base. Yeah,
Thanks for the
Melissa
updates.
is
Yeah,
pacing up
we'll
and
get,
down.
yeah. Justin and I will give you the updates so you can be with us. And I'm just curious for our fan base in Pirate Nation. How many? Okay, there's 7 games left, right?
That's
So
right.
7 games.
Got a boy.
Uh,
How many games? How many
there's
games do we
7.
win?
There's 7. There's 7 left.
Right.
4 at home, and then 3 at FAU, and then the conference tournament.
I say
But,
5 or if regular
5 and
season,
2.
I'm gonna go with 5 or 7.
I'm going 6 out of 7. I'm going. I know that's bullish, but
I'm playing
I'm
devil's
going.
Yeah,
advocate.
I'm gonna
I'll
I'm
say
gonna high
6 and
five you,
1.
Dave, when that happens, because I'm going 5-2, and I'm hoping for 6-1.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna totally agree with Johnny there.
Yeah. I mean the thing is that I think this team is going to finish strong, and then we go in the tournament. And here's the thing: even if we only finish second this year, where the bridesmaid and not the bride, guys, we've got a double bye. I mean that right now, just hold your own, hold steady. We're going to be finished
Well,
second.
Dave, if you tell me that we're gonna finish second place with the injuries that we got right now, I will take it all day long.
Of course, because you get the double bye, and the
Yep.
double bye is huge. This new format for
I love it.
softball and baseball is very good for East Carolina. Very good.
Yep.
Now,
I
if
agree.
it, now you go back to last year and before this format changed, I would be worried. I would be worried. But with this new format, I think it sets up well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if we had this format the last couple of years, we'd be in business.
Oh man.
Oh my
Oh
God,
yeah.
we'd
And
be in
that's what I'm
business.
saying is that it's definitely great because it rewards the hard work during the regular season. Those of us love the underdog story. However, when it comes to
Yeah.
baseball, especially, we are the top dog or one of the top dogs in the league. So if you play one of the one of the teams that's at the bottom of just barely
Six or
getting in the
seven
tournament,
seed.
yeah, then you're looking at and you all of a sudden get upset. Then that's tough. That's tough, man. But I
But
tell
then
you what,
you look at the
um,
year, Dave, that we were a 6 or 7. What were we a couple years ago? Like a 6 or 7 seed, and we made a run through it. Well, we were. What was it? A couple years
oh
ago,
yes,
we
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 did.
won it.
And
You're like
Tulane has been a 6 seed.
That's what I'm saying. You look at that and imagine it in this new format.
Yeah. No, I agree. It'd
Yeah,
be it'd be much more difficult. I'm Tulane. They're they're battling. They're just trying to get into the tournament because there's 3 teams tied for that final
That's
spot,
crazy.
and I'm hoping Tulane doesn't get in there because
That's
they
a
just
scary.
have a
That's a scary
knack
team.
for messing with us.
That's a
And
scary team.
Corey
although
Glory,
we
that
did
was
beat them in the
Johnny. You
championship
can,
game last year.
hey, Corey Glory, you can send your hate mail to Johnny Roberts at PO Box
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's
do
all
19.
right.
that.
I'll take it.
And
If it means
see,
we advance, I'll take the hate mail.
and just look at on TV.
Take one for
Softball
the
just
team.
went into a delay. By the way,
Yeah,
they played
I
Clark
didn't
on the field.
even. I'll be honest with you guys. I was thinking about doing maybe I could do the show for the stands or something crazy, but I just had a bad feeling about, and I was right about the weather. Mother Nature is undefeated, and I hate it because I'll tell you what, the softball, as far as American, everything has been first class with them with the bringing this in, and I hope that we'll talk about this later, but I hope that they bring the softball championship on a regular basis because the Max, that's what I call it, the Max is a great place to watch softball. They did a great job of designing it, and we'll see how that goes. But
And I wish they would bring it the baseball back on campus instead of having it down in
I
Clearwater.
like
We
it.
can have
Well,
a
Yeah, I agree with you, but I do like Clearwater. I think
I do too. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've never been down there, and hopefully, I get to go down there this year. I'm going to try to plan on it. But yeah, I mean, I haven't declared. I mean, playing in a minor league stadium down there, but
it's pretty
just the
cool.
fans. I mean, I
But
would, I
like
would like. I mean, imagine a American Conference Championship baseball game in Greenville, North Carolina. Imagine the
that place would
fans that
be.
would be there.
You want to talk about a hard ticket to get, man? Oh my goodness.
And like I said, look, I've been to a lot of American Conference stadiums, and I've been blessed to been around the conference. We have our fans for baseball, especially, are second to none. Even in other sports, like well, I
Agreed.
mean, even basketball, even basketball, I would say, I've been to a couple of stadiums. We still, even though we haven't had the success, we still have the best fan base and home attendance in the conference. Guys, I mean, we talk about a lot of things, but I mean, we're blessed to have the fans that we got at East Carolina. I'm just telling you, it's second to none.
No, I agree. I agree.
No doubt, guys. That atmosphere is what we're going to need if we're going to talk about. I know Johnny's saying, David, talk about Rice. Johnny, this weekend we need some butts in the seats. We need people, including Justin Butts and Tim Butts, but we need butts in the
Hey,
seats.
whoa,
Tim
calm
Butts, your
down.
dad is cool.
Hey, I've got some other reasons, but if I'm not there, my tickets will be used. I can promise you that. I can
Yeah,
promise
mine
you
are
that.
being used, and
And like I said, you guys know I've offered some of you guys tickets. I want butts in seats, and I will tell Pirate fans today: if you're not going to be there, put your tickets out there, give them to somebody. Somebody will take it. I promise you that. But my plan is Sunday. I'm gonna probably not be there Friday or Saturday, but I plan to be there on Sunday in my seats. Section 105. Come see me.
I just did some math in my head here with if we I'm not Campbell game doesn't matter for the conference, obviously. So we have 6 conference games left. I mean, if we win 5 of them, we are locked in to a top 2 spot. If we
yeah,
win 4 of them and it's 2-1 and 2-1 in each series, we're locked in to the one of the top 2 spots. So because the only 2 teams that are chasing us that we don't have the tiebreaker against is Rice and FAU, and those are the 2 teams that we play. We have the tiebreaker against Wichita State. So I'm 2-1 and 2-1 should get the job done. I don't know what it would do to our RPI. I think we would hover around mid 40s, but
Oh,
I think that's in range to get an at-large bid for sure.
I really think we're bearing something crazy. I think we're a lot to get in. Whether we're 2 or 3, honestly, I think at this point, I think we're gonna probably be a 3 seed somewhere. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think our 2 seed days are numbered, but
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
oh
we'll
no
see.
doubt. If we get
and
in
I
as
don't
a 1
care.
2
It
seed.
doesn't even matter because
Seats do not matter because we
they
Well,
have.
don't.
you look at the year. Okay, so take it back. What, a couple years ago, we were in Virginia Regional as a 3
Well,
seed,
we
and
are
we went
3 seed
into
in yeah in
Well, you could
2016,
look
right?
at Evansville was a 4 seed for good. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, look, I will tell you this right now, and this is cocky coming from me, but I can tell you right now, there's a lot of coaches right now that would much rather have East Carolina host than have them come to their regional and
Yeah,
upset
exactly.
that team.
Exactly right, Dave.
I
You're
bet you
exactly
there are
right.
people. I bet you there are Hey guys, I bet you there are SEC schools that are going to lobby harder than John Gilbert. And not that John Gilbert is not going to lobby for his team
You don't think
even
Florida
more.
State even
Yeah.
look, you don't think Florida State or Mississippi State don't want us coming down there, or even Arkansas? You think they want us
Yeah,
coming down there?
no,
No, we're gonna bring some fans too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Hey, I think we're locked in as a 3 seed, but you know what the difference is between a 3 seed and a 2 seed? It's who bats first in the first game.
That's right. That's right, Johnny. You're
that's
That's
exactly
the
correct,
right.
only
Johnny.
difference because you're playing each other And from then on in, there's no difference. You don't get treated any differently a 2 or a 3 seed.
Right.
So I don't care. 3 seed, it doesn't matter.
Play together. Hey, baseball is a funny sport. Baseball's a funny sport. It don't matter if you're 1, 2, 3, 4. You can, and whoever shows up that day at the ballpark is going to win the game.
That's exactly right. You guys are on fire tonight. Wildfire. Oh, that's right. Wildfire. I'm telling you right now, I am excited. This is the time of year we live for. If you're a college baseball fan, and let me ask this guy.
If you're umpire, this is the time of the year. You know, look, playoffs are starting for high school baseball, college baseball is rolling to the final weeks. I mean, look, this is the time of year. I love it. This is the time of year I live for as a baseball
doubt.
fan in general.
I'm just going to ask you. I know there's strategy, so Johnny's going to say strategy wise, like what team. But if let's say we're pretty much a lock to be not hosting, and we're going to be going somewhere,
Yeah.
I would say, is there a favorite place that you guys say, okay, if I could
already
go
said
to-
West Virginia for me.
Yeah, but what is it? What about Justin?
Oh man, I want to go Arkansas or Mississippi State or Texas A&M.
Oh, I don't want to drive that much.
I want to go somewhere where I can get on an airplane.
Oh, you're flying. What? You don't care. You don't
Breeze
care.
Airways, baby. That's the name of the plan.
Yeah.
Send me somewhere where I can fly.
I'll tell you what,
in all honesty, guys, I want to go somewhere different, somewhere we don't normally get to go.
Yeah, well, Boston
Somewhere
College could be hosting. It's still, I mean, I think they're right there at the cusp, but I don't think I would go to that. I just don't enjoy traveling up the Northeast corridor.
Yeah.
I would go to Knoxville. Well, they're not going to host.
Texas. So you wouldn't go
Wake
at
Forest
Florida
could
State?
host, believe it or not. Wake Forest is still.
Dave, look that up. Who are the right now projections wise top 16? What are we looking at?
Oh, I could tell you that.
Who are we looking at?
This is from last week, though.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so right now, it would be Tuscaloosa, Eugene, Oregon, Corvallis, Oregon, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. That'd be a fun trip.
Yes, there you go. That's the one I was thinking. Yeah, I saw.
Tallahassee, Gainesville, Florida. I wouldn't go there. Mississippi State, obviously.
Yeah.
Coastal, still got Coastal.
Don't want to go there.
Auburn, Kansas, Georgia, College Station. You already said Chapel Hill, Austin, Texas, Atlanta, and LA. Those are the most likely in Boston.
The ones that jump, I tell you, what, I would, and Kyle and LaGrange would probably love it. Hattiesburg, Mississippi would probably be top of the list there.
I agree.
Auburn would be fun. Georgia would be fun. I think Georgia wouldn't be bad either.
We could have a reunion with Bristol Carter's parents if we went to the Auburn.
Auburn. I think Auburn would be fun. And even Hattiesburg, Mississippi, to renew that rival with Southern Miss. I mean, back in the Conference USA days.
I would love that. I would love that.
Absolutely.
Hey, I just want to say something, Dave. I was not being disrespectful there. Bristol Carter's parents are very, 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 very
They are
good people.
They are.
And I enjoyed talking to them. So, yeah, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful there.
But
I truly enjoyed talking to them.
There's some good stuff there. Like I said, I mean, some good size. I just want to go somewhere different. I mean, we've been to Coastal, obviously. I mean, we've been to UVA. We've been to Chapel Hill. I want to go somewhere different, somewhere we don't normally get to go to.
Yeah,
that's my
I'm with
thing.
you.
I want to go somewhere different. You know, so Georgia. I think Georgia will be fun.
It would be Athens, absolutely.
Athens, Georgia. I mean, look, I think we go down to Athens. I mean, that is a drivable distance for Pirate fans, even for fans out there in the western part of the state, Georgia.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't want to go to Tuscaloosa twice in one summer.
Well, if we do, we do.
Hey, look, they got Augustus fried chicken out there in
And I
Tuscaloosa. So
like
I ain't saying
Tuscaloosa. I
that.
just don't want to.
I've never been.
Oh, okay.
Tuscaloosa's fun. I mean that is a very very fun city, and they got my Augustus fried chicken out there, Dave.
It is fun, Justin. That's a good way to
I'm sorry,
describe Tuscaloosa.
I put my mic on mute, and all of a sudden you went back to me. That's fine. I'm trying
But
really hard
like
to
I
be
said,
fair
I
to
mean,
Johnny.
like Hattiesburg would be like if I had to choose of all of the Hattiesburg would be the one I would want. 'Cause I think we could go in there and probably compete pretty well with Southern Miss. That
And
rival, that old conference USA rival. I mean, I think that would be great. And
yeah,
everybody wants us to start playing Southern Miss with football and all that good stuff. Especially Kyle LaGrange would be happy with that. I think he might even show up down there.
Augustus fried chicken. Oh,
Oh
Southern
yeah,
Miss.
yeah. Southern Miss. We were talking about. I was talking about that in
One of
Tuscaloosa.
one of the things I love about Kyle is he is like me. We love to try restaurants and like a foodie, and then also he's big. He this year I'm about as bad as Kyle. There's so many. We'll talk about that later on at a different time, but so many great concerts, so little time. But we've got so much baseball, softball. Hopefully the Hurricanes can win tonight. I'm praying. I'm in Studio A tonight. And by the way, guys, I was going to tell you, I was going to tell you off the air, but I'll tell you on the air that by August, we're going to have a brand new home studio. The first time in my life that I've ever had a real studio. And I'm going to tell you, the guys, that it is going to be so cool. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. And
Are we going? Are
you
we going?
see,
Are we going to have inside edition? We're going to start doing inside the studio. You gonna invite us over,
yeah,
Dave?
yeah, you can come on.
okay.
The live broadcast from Studio A.
Hey,
That's right.
Justin,
Studio B is upstairs.
I did have
So
a
I'm down in
question for
studio.
Justin that I
Yeah,
wanted to
go
get to
ahead. Go
before we
ahead.
wrap up. Okay, Justin, you were talking about it. High school baseball
Yeah,
playoffs
go ahead.
happening right now. What do you think about the two Catholic high schools in Durham getting admitted to NCHSAA?
You talk about John Paul of Greenville and then the other school of Durham.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just something. There's something about it just don't seem right. I John, I will say this though. My kids go to Wayne Christian School here in Goldsboro. They are part of the North Carolina Independent. They're in the same conference as John Paul.
Right.
but
I
this isn't
don't.
the John Paul in Greenville. This is the John
Yes, it is.
Paul.
Yeah, it
Yes, it
is.
is.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought it was
JP too.
I thought it was Durham.
yeah.
No,
JP too. Yeah,
Durham Charter or whatever it's called is it's two schools. It's the Durham Charter School, and then
But
there's
doesn't John Paul too in Greenville? Don't they play 8-man football? Or am I crazy?
All right. So I officiate. So John Paul too plays 8-man football, but they have in recent years played non-conference 11-man
11?
football.
they're trying to
That's
Wow.
go up to
correct.
11, right, Justin?
That is correct. So they play in the same conference as Wayne Christian School here
Yeah.
in Goldsboro. Uh, Wayne Christian School, they played 8-man. Wayne Christian has now gone to 11-man. So Wayne Christian is playing schools like Harold's Christian Academy,
Oh wow.
North Wake. They're playing some of them bigger schools. Do I see a school like Wayne Christian join the North Carolina High School Appendix Association? No, I talked to the AD about that the other day. That's not going to happen. He thinks John Paul is crazy about doing it, but I mean that's
Well, here's the thing. Here's my take, and we have the legendary Kyle from Lagrange Barber. What's up, bro? How you doing?
oh Lord.
Yeah, he's
What?
here.
Speaking
How you
of the
doing,
devil,
man?
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
what's up,
Uh,
Kyle?
uh
Kyle.
Yeah,
not
we
much.
yeah we're talking about Kyle. They let two teams in. They announced, I think it was yesterday. But the problem with me for the whole thing is I believe that if you're going to have teams that are allowed to recruit play teams like public schools that are not allowed, I don't agree with that
Separate
at all.
divisions. Separate
Yes,
divisions.
yes, 100%. I would even have, I would say, like, if you have take the independent schools, like your league you're talking about, Justin,
Yeah.
and I would put them in. I would the athletic association. I would just say, hey, you have your own division. You can have your own division in
North
there, and y'all
Carolina
can play.
Independent.
Well,
Yeah.
are they allowed to recruit? Is it within the rules? Are they supposed to
Yes.
not?
So I will
Yeah,
say
they're a
this.
private school.
Wayne Christian. Okay, take Wayne Christian. Okay, and I'm familiar
Right,
with
right.
it.
Wait. Well, I'm gonna ask this more directly to you, Justin. So if you hold your thought for a second.
All right.
With them joining the North Carolina, wherever it's called, they just joined. With them joining that, does that put them under guidelines where they can't recruit, where somebody would have to, go to them to enroll? In other words, they can't go to a kid at JH Rose and say, "Hey, do you want to come play for us?" That kid would have to pursue them. Are there any rules like that in place, or will they be able to actively go recruit North Carolina high schools?
All right. So by rule, you're correct, Kyle. They cannot do that. But just like NIL is in college, they do it.
Well, NIL's
Well,
allowed. So what you're saying is they break the rules anyway. So
Yeah,
prior,
pretty
yeah.
Yeah.
much. There's no regulate, like nobody regulates it.
So not NIL, but you mean like the transfer portal where you're not
Pretty much,
supposed.
right? Correct.
Yeah, they're not supposed to do it, but they do it anyway.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
And just like all right, so in Wayne County, we have a open transfer policy here in Wayne County. So you take Eastern Wayne High School, right? They can go to North Lenore High School, get their best place. Say, hey, come to Eastern Wayne, play for us. We'll do this, this, and this for you.
Now
That's
you're not
totally
implying they do that.
that. I'm not applying to do that. I'm just using that as an example.
Okay, I just want to clarify that.
So you take a private school like Wayne Christian, all right? Not applying they do this. They go to Charles V. Aycock High School, or they go to J.H. Rose, or they go to a school out, and I know they do this, but I ain't gonna say that on air. But they go to a school XYZ in Johnson County. Go and get a football player, a quarterback, and say, hey, come to this school. We'll give you free tuition, all that good stuff to go play football. That's happening.
Well, that needs to be cracked down on.
There,
If
but see, in the Independent School Association, guy, there's no regulations. It's
right,
just
but
like
but
it's
but
just
that's what I'm saying. But they're joining the North Carolina High School Association, correct?
that is correct. And the North Carolina High School, they got regulations on it, but it's unenforced.
Well, then if it's unenforced, they don't have regulations. I mean, you got to enforce
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
If you're going to allow,
That's
if
the
you're going to
problem with the
allow
high school.
private, yeah, if you're going to allow private schools to join, then they have to enforce those regulations.
But there's nobody enforcing it, and I hope I don't get in trouble with the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. But they don't enforce it, and I'm just
no.
being honest with you.
Well,
And I coach high school soccer. We had two of our best soccer players that got recruited by a private school, and they're now playing for our private school, and there's we can't stop it. It's the same thing with this academy baseball we got in Wayne County. They go out and recruit the best players, and there's nothing we can do about it.
well, yeah, and I understand that if they're not under the association, like the in the Academy of Baseball, but something that's under the North Carolina High School Association that joins that should it should be enforced.
Well, before that, I will say this: the Academy of Baseball now, they were it's pretty much I will say the school Wayne Country Day. It was a part of the independent. So what they did, Wayne Country Day did, the coach over there took all the players from there and it created the Academy of Baseball. So that's what he was doing at Wayne Country Day. He was taking all the best baseball players from all the schools, stacking Wayne Country Day. They won an independent school state championship. He took their players and created an academy school. So he was doing that at the private school level, and there was
Right.
nothing nobody could do about it
Justin, what did you
because
say the name of that
there's no
school was?
regulations.
What did you say the name of the school was again?
Wayne Country Day.
Yeah, yeah. You're giving me nightmares. I'm having PTSD. That was my very first basketball game. I lost by 88 points. Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, Wayne Country Day has done that for years. They go out, they go recruit the players, and they come in, and then they,
Yeah, these thoughts and opinions about Wayne Country Day are solely those of Justin Butts and do not reflect the opinions of other people on the Sports Objective.
yeah, let's put that
Yeah.
disclaimer out there. I don't have nothing against Wayne Country Day or anything like that, or any
Yeah.
other school, but that's just my opinion solely.
Hey, Alex Peltier went to Paul VI, which is a Catholic high school near Haymarket, and Carter Cunningham and the Agnoses went to Battlefield, which is a public school. And believe me, in Virginia, there is no way those Catholic schools are ever going to be in the same conference with public schools because it's just not fair. It's like IMG Academy down in Florida. I mean, once you get to be able to recruit and bring in your players, it's not a level playing field.
It isn't,
And
and that's the same thing you're seeing with this academy baseball. It's just it's a different animal when it comes
But
to recruiting.
I'm talking
yeah,
about the fact that if I have a charter school or private school, I can get anybody. I can get anybody I want. All they have to do for the charter school or the private school is they have to just be able to get transportation there. And a lot of times the charter schools have buses that go out to wherever and get those kids anyway.
exactly, Dave. They
Well,
do.
it's the same thing with like a Wilson Prep or a Wayne Prep. Look, even we got a prep
Exactly.
school at Wayne County, Wayne Prep. They don't even play in the high school association. They play in some like weird league that's only got like 4 to 5 teams in it. I mean, look, there's in North Carolina, there's probably 4 or 5 different high school leagues out there. You got the North Carolina Independent School Association, you got the Mid Atlantic Christian Association, then you got the North Carolina Christian School, then you got the High School Association, then you got the North Carolina Charter Association League, then you got the Academy League.
Well, that's good actually. I mean, they need to play amongst themselves, um, for the most part. That way, they don't have unfair advantages.
Exactly, Kyle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, we have a basketball recruit, a freshman coming in that's
yeah,
phenomenal, and he's from the Blue Ridge School, which is like between Culpeper and Charlottesville. And yeah, they recruit, and so there's no way they're. If you look at their schedule, they travel. They go to Florida, they go to Pennsylvania, they go to Maryland, they go to DC because they can't play public schools. So it's just
right.
they're two different species. And they shouldn't. It's going to be interesting to see how this one turns out. Although, like JP2 playing 8-man football, I mean, they might need to recruit just to be competitive. I don't know.
Well,
They're gonna have to.
I'll tell you
They're
one
gonna
thing.
I
It's
think,
like,
Dave, I think you got a little bit of lag,
can you
Who
hear me
does?
now?
Well, it's the same. See,
Dave.
and Parrot Academy is doing the same thing. Is they're toying with 11-man football as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to join the high school athletic association as well.
Didn't they go 11 man a few years ago and then drop back down?
They have
They've
they've been
tried it.
solely 8-man, but what they do, Kyle, is they play their non-conference 11-man.
Yeah,
They'll
I
play.
know, but didn't they go full 11 man for a season about a decade ago?
I
That
think they
sounds.
have tried it.
I've been calling 14 years. I've never seen them unless it's been before my time.
Maybe I'm just
Okay.
misremembering. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
But no, usually they'll play like 2 games. They'll play like Beargrass Chartered 11-man, or they'll play
I just have a
the
memory
North
of
and
them
North.
playing either Kinston High or South Lenore or North Lenore.
It was North. I know what you're talking about, Kyle. It was North and North they played.
Okay,
'Cause I
so
officiated that game.
was that their first time ever doing an 11-man game? Maybe is that what that was?
I think it was, Kyle, because I officiated that game actually.
Okay, that's what it. When that happened, I just assumed they had went full 11-man, but they just do that non-conference.
No,
Okay,
yeah, they do that non-conference, and then like
it was the
Jones
year
Senior.
after they had won the 8-man state championship.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yeah,
I remember when they won the 8-man. Jones Senior did that a couple years ago. They actually dropped down to 8-man football. I think it was 2 years ago. And
boy,
now
we
they're
need
back to
Stevie on
11-man.
here for this.
Yeah, we do.
He has strong opinions on there should be number restrictions to be allowed to play 8-man football. That if you can field more than 16 players, basically you shouldn't be allowed to play 8-man football.
Exactly, and I
Exactly.
say the
No.
same thing about Wayne Christian. I mean, there's no reason why they should not be playing 11. Look, they got three teams. I mean, look, even in fifth grade, that's when they start playing school. They got their fifth and
So,
sixth grade or middle school, and then your seventh and eighth grade or JV, and then ninth through 12th grade is varsity football. And I mean, they've probably got 60 to 70 guys in the program over there.
Well, here's my thing with it with the 8-man football because I've been there with the School for the Deaf when I was there, Eastern North Carolina School for the Deaf. They had we had 13 players, so basically it's like a basketball team playing football. So if you have a guy, if you have a team and they've got a whole bunch of guys, then that's totally totally
hey,
wrong. All
hey
I had to
guys,
do,
I actually got.
I'm gonna try to get up with Stevie. I'm gonna try to call him real fast and get him on
I
here.
actually, I actually officiated last year at Parrott Academy. It was the Maryland School of the Deaf.
yeah,
They had
absolutely,
9 players. Go to you. We went to the coin toss, so we had to have an interpreter doing the sign language.
absolutely. Yeah, I
That
love.
was that was a first. The other That's the only time I ever had an interpreter at the meeting before the game. Besides the team I had out of Lativa, Lithuania, I had Team Lithuania. They played Pro 5 out of Raleigh. Um, that was weird. that had to be real. They beat a drum. That's how they got off
Yeah,
snap camp.
yeah, and also you, if you're the quarterback and you're under center, you actually hit the center's butt to
Yeah,
snap.
that's what I'm saying. It's the weirdest thing I ever seen in my life. And then especially, I work the umpire position, and you go try to talk to somebody. You say, hey, look, watch this, or you're talking to a guy trying to prevent a flag or something, and they're looking at you like, what'd you say?
Do they have interpreters with them?
Oh, I wish.
So you just write things down for them?
You pretty much right. You talk to your linesman or whoever's on that side or whatever side they're on, and you try to best you can. I mean, you
Well,
try you.
the best way to do it, the easiest way to communicate is this is 2026. Just take your phone out and
I
type it out and
wish
hand it to them.
my phone's in the locker room half the time, but
It needs to be an exception when you're playing a deaf school.
I mean, it's rare. I mean, in the 14 years, that's only
I
happened
mean,
one
it's a
time.
simple way. I work with several deaf people, and it's the easiest thing to do. You just type out what you're gonna. You can even do. You can even just say it. Just literally, hold your voice to text thing down while you're saying what you're saying to them, and then turn the screen to them.
But
I mean,
look,
it's.
the only problem with that is if you got a team like Parrott Academy that's going no huddle and they're rolling. I mean, you ain't really got time to pull out a phone and talk to text and tell them what you're going to say.
I mean, you just literally, as you're saying it to them, you just have your phone out doing talk to text, and then turn around and hand it to show it to them. I mean, like literally, like if you're saying, "Hey, coach, X Y Z," or whatever player, "Hey, quarterback X Y Z," while you're saying it, just say it, and but just be doing talk to text. I do it at work all the time. I mean, there's ways to communicate. It's just people don't think to do it.
Yeah, I got you there. I agree. I'll agree.
So, Kyle, I'm going to ask you now that you're joining us, if we have we're going to be going on the road if we make the tournament. I feel like we will, being in the regionals. Where would you like to play? Is there a site that you would like for us to play? In fact, we were talking about you to go to Southern Miss,
Hattiesburg.
And that'd be great.
and
At,
we
at
see James. Hey, James.
at this point, I'm just gonna be glad to make the regionals,
Of
be it
course.
as an at large or if we have to win the conference tournament. So, beggars can't be choosers. Um, Southern Miss would be fun because it would be cool from a personal standpoint for me and James, and then the East Carolina Southern Miss rivalry for everybody else. I mean, and I think we'd carry some folks down there just because of the history. It's a long trip, but I think we'd carry some folks. I don't know. We tend to play well, and I've seen a lot of other schools play well with some SEC schools. I wouldn't mind seeing an SEC school um, as the host team for a regional. Um, Based on our performances against NC State recently, I'm not sure I want to do an ACC school as our host. I don't know. I really don't have a preference, I guess, but if Hattiesburg was a real option, that would be fun.
Boy, that would be a lot of fun. And you guys, Kyle, you said it before, football related, that we're supposed to have a home and home with Southern Miss to be announced soon.
No, I didn't say that. I said it was. Justin said that it's being discussed.
It is
Oh,
being
sorry.
discussed.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like every 3 years, play them or something like that. Like keep the series
Yeah.
going. I think both fan bases want it. It's something I would like to see. I know it's not going to be a every year thing, but every few years things, I would be okay with that.
I mean,
No.
it makes sense.
Well, it
It
makes
just, it
sense.
just
Yeah,
makes sense.
from two schools with football history,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and it's harder and harder to schedule quality opponents home and home. You're gonna,
Even though Southern Miss lately in football has not been really
no, they're not what
great.
they used to be, but there's still
Yeah.
that history and tradition there.
Yeah.
Um,
At least do it home and home. I mean, I would at least do it one time. You
I
know.
agree. I agree 100%. Jr., have you guys discussed the details coming out about Mr. Beast and the money?
No, I was hoping we were saving that just in case you showed up because you
We were
know way
waiting on
more
you,
about
Kyle.
that.
We were waiting on you.
Yeah. 285,000 going to East Carolina directly for the use of the stadium. 20% of merchandise sales for this event, Mr. Beast merch in and around the stadium, um, will go to ECU, which that could end up being a significant number. I don't know how many thousands. Does anybody have any idea? Anybody listen? Anybody on the show know how many tickets were distributed for that? Are we talking 10,000? Are we talking 40,000? I mean, and so if you got let's just shoot for a round number of 20,000. You got 20,000 people in there. You may
Yeah.
sell. You may sell. $400,000 or $500,000 worth of merch, and then East Carolina gets 20%
I
of
mean,
that.
is it going? What side of the stadium? Does anybody know what side of the stadium is it going to be on the town? I would think
Tom
it'd be
Big
on the
Tire?
town bank side.
I don't know. That's a good question. Is it a one
Well,
side shoot?
here's the thing.
I would think you would want it on the town bank side, being as the
Yes.
tower and all that stuff and more exposure.
And,
But I
and
haven't heard.
they're not blurring out East
Another
Carolina. So
say again.
they're not blurring out East Carolina on the screen for season 3 for next. It'll be
Yeah,
next year on
correct.
Amazon.
I was about to make that point. Yes, all East Carolina logos and marks will be seen. So that's good advertisement for the university. Um, it's overall a good deal. One thing I thought was interesting, I believe, was if graduation couldn't be held at the
Yeah.
stadium because of production, they were
Five
Mr.
hundred.
Beast. Yeah, so I kind of wish that they wouldn't have been able to work it out. That would have been another $500,000.
No
Hey,
doubt.
we could have bought a couple of basketball players for that price.
Yeah,
Hey, by the way, Kyle, if they don't go, if they go too long with production, it's $5,000 a day after June 4th or 5th.
yeah. Which I thought
Rain,
actually,
rain,
I thought
rain.
that's actually a little low. I mean, that
Yeah,
would take a
that's a
while.
bargain.
Yeah. So,
I
should be a
mean,
little.
you got you probably cut some. I mean, this is the first time this has happened at East Carolina, so maybe we
Yeah.
cut a couple of deals right now and then. Hey,
Yeah.
Well,
let's
I'm
put our
I'm
foot in the
hoping
door.
it's a good faith gesture from
Yeah,
us to them, and I think it's the first big project. And I think if this goes well, I'm hoping it could bode well for Mr. Beast having more direct involvement
and
with
I
ECU athletics and ECU football.
and I think that's why sometimes you go in there with that. Yeah, you want more money, but I mean, look, let's put our foot in the door. I mean, at least it's the foot in the door here, and and hopefully it goes well, and it leads to more. I mean,
I
that's
think
the
twenty
whole
percent
idea.
from
That's
merch can end up being a lot more money than people realize. We'll see on
exactly,
that.
And you
exactly.
got, by the way, Kyle, you were asking earlier about, the number of people. I do know the first 6,000 people get a free T-shirt, and the first 16,000 people get free Mr. Beast merchandise. So it's at least 16,000.
Wow, did they? I mean,
Wow.
you got me wondering if they gave out the whole damn allotment of the stadium. Did
And
50,000
I would
people
bet, I
get
would bet, I would think that it's even more than that, but I could be wrong.
I need to check and see if
even
I can
more
get
than
into my
what?
suite. I need to check and
Which
see if I can get to my suite. I haven't heard anything from the Pirate Club on that either. I don't know if they're giving Pirate Club access to the tower either.
I bet they have full.
That would be
full
extra cool.
God, Dave, you have a lag.
Look, I will tell you this. I'm gonna find out that if we can get in there, all y'all more than welcome to come up.
I bet you Mr. Beast has full access to how things are being done for that. I could be
I'm
wrong.
sure, and that's look. And I will tell you, back when they put on that kickoff Carolina concert, um, you know, I was sitting with Jay Bat and all them guys up there. They didn't even have full access to that stuff. They said that the concert promoter had full access to that. They didn't have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So they put us up in, I bought the highest level too, the VIP or whatever. They put us up in the upper corner of the club level section. I mean, we didn't even have seats for that. And so like I said, they said we have no control over it, so we don't even freaking know. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be probably the same way. They have no
Yeah, I
control
would
over it.
think
Well,
so.
let me give Gilbert credit. I think Gilbert and the Mr. Beast people, they're doing a much better job. It's going to be way more organized than some of that crap with those concerts in the past. I will give them, and once again, notice I'm complimenting Gilbert, but I think it's going to be much more organized than,
I hope so.
yeah, with JJ and all them. I think it will be.
You know, and I'll give credit. JJ and John Gilbert do a heck of a job, guys. I mean, they don't get the credit they deserve. Like I said, I see behind the scenes of what they do. They do a great job. But that concert they put on with Kid Rock and Eric Church, that was a crap. That was a crap. So hopefully this goes good and it leads to more stuff with Mr. Beast because I mean that's going to be big for the university.
Yeah, no, it will. And hopefully we'll hear. Was it all 50,000? Did they distribute basically the whole stadium? I don't know. That's
I
interesting to
doubt
see.
it. I would think it would probably be most of the lower bowl and probably more on the Townbank Tower
I
side.
don't know. I mean, if you're talking about free stuff for the first 16,000, then I don't know.
I mean, I would probably maybe the Boneyard. Probably you take the Boneyard, probably that lower section there to the Townbank Tower side, maybe. Depends on where the cameras are.
I don't know. I mean, he's
It's
extremely
6 to
popular.
7,000. What is it? 6 to 7,000 for the Boneyard area. That the Boneyard got us to 50,000.
I mean,
So I guess seven.
what I think would be cool is if the whole lower bowl was filled. Man, wouldn't that be something to see the whole lower bowl
Oh
filled?
yeah,
Good God
I
Almighty!
think you
that's
guys are
35. That's
underestimating.
35,000.
I think you guys are underestimating Mr. Beast's popularity. There are people that will probably come from far and wide to go to that. I bet I wouldn't be surprised if we distributed every ticket, like the whole stadium. They were
So you
free.
say you're you're
Yeah.
saying 51,000? You thinking
It wouldn't surprise
51,000?
me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, think about it. He's the dude's a billionaire. Like YouTube, he's
Yeah,
what the number one YouTube creator, right, Kyle?
Yes, that's what I mean. His fan base is humongous.
yeah. Well, maybe this is a start. I mean, if it's successful, man, and then he says, "Well, I see some success in it,"
I
and
mean,
then he
you
starts
guys are
pumping
thinking
money.
about this wrong. Though. That's why I'm saying this. He's such a celebrity. I don't think maybe people just don't think about that of our age because it's
Yeah.
streaming. Is even though as we're doing a
I
podcast,
got
but
myself a ticket and my two kids.
right. So
Yeah,
I
you
wouldn't
I
surprise. I
don't even
mean,
have a ticket.
so just think of how big of a star he is. Think if Luke Combs was doing a free concert in Greenville. I mean, people would come. It would 51,000 because people would come from far and wide to see it because it's
Yeah.
free. So I wouldn't
People
be
that didn't even like
surprised.
Luke.
Well, I
Yeah,
remember a couple of years ago, Brad Paisley played a concert in the parking lot, and there was a crowd there in the
Yeah, I
rain.
remember hearing about that. Like after
that's
it
what I'm
happened, that
saying
was like
is
it was
that
like a
if it's a
pop
free
up
ticket,
concert.
if Luke,
Yeah.
like you said, Kyle,
Go ahead, Kyle. What were you saying?
No, Dave was talking. I don't know what
No,
happened.
he's frozen though, I think.
Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, but if there was a
Talk
so
about
anyway, my
episodes.
point is it's going to be a huge crowd. It wouldn't surprise me if they sold out the whole allotment of the stadium. It would not shock me, but um,
I would
the
think
only
so.
the only thing I was a little surprised about is how fast the turnaround time was. It was announced a couple of weeks ago, and it's May 24th. I mean that turnaround time is crazy to me.
I know.
You would have thought this would have been announced, in March at the latest. But if it all works out for everybody, then it all works out for everybody.
I think that
It
was
makes
on
me,
purpose.
Well,
huh?
if it works out, it's gonna be great for the university, man. I think
Yeah. Well,
at
the
least
fact that
for
it was announced so late almost makes me wonder if another location fell through, and this ended up being a backup plan. Um,
well, yeah,
Maybe,
it
but
could be.
also the fact that he's so popular, Kyle, like we're talking about, that another thing is, do you guys, the one thing I thought about, and because of the popularity, do you think anybody will scalp tickets?
There's probably a way that they're
yeah, if it's
preventing that
allowed, if
somehow.
it's
Oh,
say it
That's
again,
what,
there'll be
Jr.
somebody scalping it.
I'm guessing, Kyle, that there's something in place that's going to prevent that from
Yeah,
happening.
they may
There
not release tickets till the day of or the day before for anybody to do anything with.
and everything's digital now. I mean, you ain't got to worry about back in the day. You sell your tickets on Ticketmaster or somewhere, and somebody, I will tell you when we played Duke in the NIT a couple years ago, preseason NIT. I bought a ticket online, and they mailed the ticket, and they tore the bottom stub off the ticket.
Oh wow.
And so luckily the when I went to the game, I knew the ladies at the that were the event staff or whatever. They're two twins that always wore the East Carolina games. And I
Oh
happened
yeah,
to know them.
oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? They're the two twins,
Yeah,
two
they're at
twins.
everything.
They're at
yeah, they're
everything.
awesome.
They happen to know me, so they let me in. But I mean, you ain't got. That's one thing I was gonna say is you ain't got to worry about that today. But I mean, that's a possibility of that happening if you had the paper tickets. But um, that's one thing that sticks in my mind about that because that happened.
I was just saying in other words, my point is, Kyle, because he's so popular, is it, do you think that they did that on purpose where it doesn't give people a lot of time to scalp? Like if you have more
No,
time.
no. You still have plenty of time to scalp if it's
Oh yeah,
allowed. If the tickets are just released and people have them now digitally already, and there's not nothing to prevent it, people they may already be scalping them if it's allowed. If it's something where they don't, if they're not allowed to be scalped, then I maybe there's something digitally they put in them where you can't sell them on SeatGeek or something. Or I do know some people
or you
now
can't
will.
transfer them.
Yeah, I know some places now will just wait until right before the event to release your tickets to you. So anyway, guys, anything else we need to talk about?
Yeah, Garth Brooks said that. I did have a question for you, Kyle, and
Okay.
get your opinion on this. For the North Carolina Athletic Association, I know Justin maybe not like this, but they're sanctioning men's volleyball, boys volleyball for high school in the next starting in the next year or so.
And girls flag football.
Yeah, that's popular.
And all that is Title IX. Yeah, you add a women's sport, you got to add a men's sport.
Yep.
That's all. That's all that is. And like I said, the popularity of that, especially where I'm from, boys volleyball. We got one team that plays boys volleyball, and that's Goldsboro High School. Flag football. Talking to a lot of the coaches and ads in Wayne County, that is far from. It's a money issue right now. It's
So
going to
what
be a
was the
money issue.
question?
Do you agree with them sanctioning men's volleyball for the high school athletic association?
I really don't give a damn. I mean, I don't. If I don't really have an opinion on it. Yeah. Anyway, guys, did you guys preview the Rice game? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did.
And then any there's really no football related news to speak of as of right
Guys,
now.
by the way, Canes are up 2-1 over the Flyers. It's the second intermission, so period 3 coming up. So we could be up 3-1, 3-0 in the series. We'll got one more. Justin, what's the softball score?
It's 0-0. That we
They
Apostolakis shut him out in the top of the first. Now we're batting in the bottom of the first.
So they have resumed.
Huh?
They're resumed play after the delay.
Yeah, Kyle, the weather has been atrocious today in Greenville with the weather, with the rain, and
It's raining at my house right now, so maybe they're not playing. Justin, I just looked at the score. It said 1-0 bottom of the first.
Showing a weather delay. Hey, one thing I want to talk about, guys, is look, we picked up a basketball commitment today. A guy from the Ukraine.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, yeah, it's not just any guy though from the Ukraine. He's got quite the lineage.
That he does. If y'all want to talk about that.
Well, I wish Matt was on because Matt's the boxing expert, but Klitschko.
And it looks like I'm just looking at social media.
Who's his dad and his granddad there, JR?
Yeah, Lennox Lewis. I don't know that's why I said we need Matt, because I don't know if it's his father or his uncle that fought Lennox Lewis for the heavyweight title.
It's his dad. It's his dad.
Oh my goodness.
It's his dad.
That guy is, because he was a last minute fill-in for that fight.
Yeah, that's right.
And he didn't really have the chance to prepare for that fight like he should have, but he was ahead in the scorecard, 58-56, 58-56. But he got cut above his right eye, and the doctor stopped the fight because of the bleeding. And it was unfortunate because I think Klitschko would have won that fight. But Matt sent everybody the YouTube replay of the fight, which I watched because I forgot how good it really was. And I'm glad to have that dude's son on as a Pirate. I'll take it because.
Look, the kid. Look, just looking at he's 7'1", averaging 14.9 and 7.3 rebounds.
Yeah, those are not. I don't care where he's playing. Those numbers.
His numbers are good.
You need to pay
For a big
attention
man?
to those numbers.
For a 7'1" guy, I mean, look, I'll take that. And look at John Rosling posted a while back, about an hour ago. Picked up another UTEP transfer, Kasim.
Yeah, the 6'9" guy, and he's got great stats too.
12.5 points per game, 5 rebounds,
and he can shoot a 3.
38 from the 3. I mean, look.
Yeah, and he's 6'9", 200.
On paper, guys. I mean, we'll just see how it turns out. But
with the NCAA tournament going to 76, we have a good chance to make the NIT.
I mean, the way I look at it, guys, what do we have to lose? His dad was a great athlete, and he's doing well, and we're not known.
I just want a tough
for a
big
rim
guy.
protector.
I want a big guy down there that is tough. Kaysen showed that he could be, but most of the times he really wasn't. So, yeah, hopefully he's like his dad and not going to take any crap down there in the paint. And
that's going to go down.
I'm looking forward to it.
JR, I hope it clipped that so that can be used out of context.
What's that?
I said clip that. I hope it did, so we can just use that audio clip out of context. I want a big tough guy. I want a big tough guy down there.
Oh my goodness!
Dang, Kyle, I better.
Hey, by the way,
my words more carefully around you.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, Kyle, how about your Cubs, man?
Yeah, red hot. Just that is.
Yeah, your Cubs are doing well in the
13 in a
MLB.
row. 13 in a row.
How about the Braves, man? I mean, come on.
13 in a row at home.
They're in first place.
They're probably the 2 best teams right now.
Yeah,
I agree.
Braves. Rest in peace to Ted Turner.
Yeah, RIP to Ted Turner. Braves first place in the East. Cubs first place in the Central. Dodgers first place in the West, and then the AL is Yankees.
Yeah, I
Yankees.
mean, look, Ted Turner. I hate that happened, man. Growing up in baseball, and and watching Braves baseball on TBS, man, that was back in my growing up. That was the thing.
Guardians and A's. Um, uh, yeah, a lot of people grew up watching the Braves on TBS. I did too. I was never a Braves fan, but
That
um,
was, the thing about it is, I live in my grandparents' house now, and I always can remember sitting in the kitchen and watching TBS Braves baseball. And my granddad was a St. Louis Cardinals fan, but just sitting here watching TBS and Ted Turner. I mean, that was the thing back in my day. And that was before ESPN had a big thing, and Fox had their big thing. I mean, that was the thing in the South, is watching
Love the
Braves baseball on
superstitions.
TBS.
Yeah, the superstitions. We talked about this numerous times, but
Exactly.
that's why Kyle is a Cubs fan because of WGN.
correct.
WGN, that's correct.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was the thing. I mean, they didn't play night games back then. The Cubs did. So
Not very
you come
often.
home and watch
Not.
WGN at about
Yeah,
one
I'd watch it
o'clock,
in the afternoon. Yeah,
and then you go watch Braves baseball on TBS. In the evenings.
yeah, yep.
That was the thing in the 90s.
Yeah, the '80s were good too, man, for that because I believe I was in high school. We talked about it before, but before the lights came, right, guys?
Oh
Was it
yeah,
'89 or '90
I'd have to look
before the
what
Wrigley
year
Field?
Wrigley
it
Field
was
was.
it was later than that, I do believe.
Because I remember being in high school, maybe not, but I remember being in high school and they finally got lights. Maybe not.
I can remember listening to Cubs baseball on the radio a lot growing up, and then the Braves came on TBS. That was I can tell you, I was the first Braves baseball game I ever went to was 1991 at Fulton County Stadium. That was the first Braves baseball game I ever went to.
Oh wow, Chief Nakahoma in the teepee.
That is correct.
I love those
I
days
gotta find that picture of me in Fulton County Stadium. I was like 3 months old, and I was
we,
asleep.
Dave, you're remembering correct. It was
Interesting guy.
'88, but they still play, and to this day they still play a lot of day games. But
oh
yeah,
yeah,
Oh
yeah, but
yeah,
it was
yeah.
'88.
because I was caught off guard with it because of the fact that I used to look that and hey Kyle, you're gonna love this. I used to watch Cubs games and AWA on ESPN after school
Yeah, yeah,
on ESPN.
yeah. AWA had an ESPN deal briefly, and so did World Class Championship Wrestling.
Well, didn't Ted Turner have something to do with that too? Didn't he have some adventure in
Yeah,
wrestling?
Ted Turner bought NWA Jim Crockett Promotions and turned it
That's
into
what I thought.
WCW. And prior to that, it aired on TBS for years.
That's what I
6:05
thought.
on Saturday nights used to be a big deal on TBS.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I remember that from. Yeah.
Loved it. Yeah, I love that time slot.
Guys, we're going to wrap this
Those
up
were
here
those
soon.
were the good old days. Those were the good old days.
Hmm.
Guys, we about
Yeah,
ready to
I'm
put this
having a
to
hard
bed.
time. I think there's a big delay, so that's why I'm trying to.
Yeah, let's just close this
Yes,
out.
sir. Okay. All right, guys. Hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you back Sunday night. Hopefully, the Pirates can get a sweep. Good luck to the softball team. Hope the weather goes well for them. And we'll be back Sunday night at 8 right here on the Sports Objective. Good night, everybody. And as always, go Pirates.
You're watching the Sports Objective, the podcast for Pirates.